In this video, I'm sharing the only 2 factors that you need to consider to make high quality video. One of those factors is spitting out on me right now. The 2 most important things to consider when shooting your videos is lighting and audio. Audio is arguably more important than video. You can have a very beautifully shot video, perfect set, perfect lighting, but if no one can understand what your subject is saying, if the audio scratches, if there's too much wind being picked up, if there's an echo, it can all be very distracting. At Piper, we started using these lavalier mics a long time ago. They made such a huge difference in the overall quality and production value of our videos and our clients' videos as well. If you can't justify the cost of a high quality lav mic, there are a couple of things that you can do to better control your audio situation. First, you can try to record in a room with carpeting. I don't have any carpets in my apartment, so very lucky that we have the lav mic here, but rooms with a lot of fabric and soft objects such as couches, curtains, etc., they tend to absorb the sound and reduce the echo in your videos. The second thing you can do is to invest in a slightly less expensive piece of audio equipment. There are Yeti mics, there are mics that mount to the top of your camera that are fairly inexpensive. Really anything is better than just the camera microphone. The second most important factor in video to consider is lighting, which is ironic because the lighting in my studio is really wonky at this time of day. But I have done a couple of things to make the situation slightly more bearable. So I have a window on this side of me that is giving me natural light. The right side of my face is the one that's primarily lit. And if it weren't for the small studio light and the reflector that I have underneath the studio light to bounce the natural light and like hit my face, this side of my face would be completely in shadow. I'll just show you. Crazy. Now, if this were a more artsy or more moody type of video, I might actually just shoot like this, but because it is more educational, slightly more instructive, this lighting setup fits the vibe much better. As I mentioned, there are a couple of things you can do to optimize the light in your space. If you're not using natural light, obviously you will have to get your own set of studio lights, but if you are using natural light, you can still use studio lights, you can use reflectors. The number one thing to keep in mind for lighting your videos is to avoid being backlit at all costs. Most of the time, if you're trying to shoot a video in front of a window, but like with the window behind you, that will cause the entire background to be washed out and your subject to be in shadow. Backlighting is fantastic for artsy golden hour portraits, not so much for speaking to your LinkedIn audience. Hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions about video production or a video shoot setup, I'd be happy to answer them. Leave it in a comment.